Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Chandlers Cottage. How are you this morning? Are you good? I hope so. Do we look like we were running late? Ah, no necklace. And maybe ribbon sticking out from underneath the collar. Sorry. But we're very happy to be back. We had a week of power outages and storms and all sorts of fun things. So if you sat there and gone, oh, she's had the week off. No. Not at all. It's been super busy, but let me just find you here, and then we can have a chat. I'm going to check my volume is down, and then we'll be good to go. It's all on. Beautiful. So it is autumn. Can you believe it? Already, it's here. I'm not really coping with that concept. It is only the first day of autumn, but I thought it was a great opportunity to celebrate a little bit and put together a stand of yummy Jason Yenter autumn prints, and we're going to use those to have a little bit of a chat further to what we did last Sunday about bag designing, particularly with the designer tote. We'll do that in a minute. And also, can you see just in the camera up in the top corner there, I've got our little magnetic buckle satchel as well. So we're going to talk about that. Let me just find you. There you are. There you are. Oh, do you see down the front? I reckon I've got a mark on my top, and I can't work out what it is. I'm not quite sure. It's not oil. It looks like those marks, you know, when you get your Vicks on your pajama top. I don't know what it is. Anyway, please ignore. Now I've mentioned it. Right. Who's in the building with me this morning? Good morning. Good morning, Susan and Donna. Hello, Debbie Thomas. Good morning, Nancy Cook. So, thank you for your messages. Hi, Bobby. The tall Wilbur's been sitting on my stool. Oh my goodness. Happy Sunday. It is a lovely day. We've got Amanda coming down today. Amanda, if you might have seen her at some of the Craft Alives. She's Polka Dot Designs. We also know her as Amanda Panda Designs, going way back. She is the most incredible designer of panda bears, as in teddy bears, but panda bears. Anyway, she's popping down today, looking for some yummy new fabrics for her business for upcoming Craft Alives. So I'll make sure you know where she's going to be. And we go way back. And you would have seen Amanda way back at some of the shows in perhaps Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, with Chandlers Cottage as well. So we go back a long way together. So I'm very excited she's coming down today. In between a massive, I don't know what to call it, plethora of harvest festival preserving at the moment, ready for our Patchwork and Produce Day, which is only 2 weeks away today. Rob's going to pop the link up for you underneath the post today, so you know where to find it. And I'm popping out a newsletter about it tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on where Cass is at, because it's there's so much going on that day, and everyone's sort of saying, well, what is it, and what do I get for my $20 ticket? And in a way it sounds too much, but I want to clarify, you do get all of that. We are literally celebrating self-sufficiency, growing vegetables, preserving your own food, patchwork and quilting, all those lovely primary kind of skills that you don't have to have a place like ours to do. You can do it in a backyard or on a patio as well, or in your kitchen, whatever you want to do. So that's what we're doing that day. But I'll pop that out tomorrow for you. We are going to limit the tickets. It's not just going to run forever. And so when it gets down to the last 10 or so, I will pop a post up as well and let you know. Because I need to know how many of you are coming, because I'm also making your morning tea, which is included in your ticket. I've got a few bits up here, brag stuff that I've got ready so far. Good morning, Yvonne. Oh, I'm sorry if I've missed some of you. I'll go back a bit. Pam Shrek, good morning. Hello, Cheryl. Sue McGonchi's here. Yvonne's here as well. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Chris, down the other way too. Angela, good morning. What were you talking about yesterday? Oh, yes. Did watch it too last night, Ange. Thank you. Carol Newton, good morning to you. Hello, Jill. Francis, Rosalind. Oh, my goodness, you're all here. We are so dependent on electricity, Del. You are correct. It's not actually. We wrote a list of everything that we could do without power. And you know what? It was frightening how much stuff there was actually to do that did not require power. Most of it gardening stuff. A lot of hand sewing while there was daylight, did some of that. But yes, we are. And for us, Rob's got a so savvy IT and it's wonderful. But there are things when they go down, when the power goes off and when they come back up, nothing talks to each other anymore because we're very Bluetoothed. So it takes us a while to get everything cranked up and going again. Bree and Will were out here working late on, I think it was Thursday night. And the needle was just going down into the sewing machine and the power went out. And it took all of my self-control not to drop some high school expletives because I had my lovely young team in and they were very well behaved too. They were very adaptable. There were torches out. There were phones out. Bree restocked this stand with the torch on her phone, and Rob's actually working on that at the moment. I forgot that we didn't have the photos up of all of the tooties, so we've now got a full collection of tooties in, which are the 50-weight variegateds from Wonderful. So, yeah, we'll have a look at a couple of those today. So if you want a variegated, and I like to call them a blender thread as opposed to a solid, which are the confettis, this is them. So Rob's putting those up at the moment. I said, just please put them all up. And he said, only 4 of them, I've got photos. Massive whoops on my half. Now, I've got a lot of, good morning. Judy, good morning. No, Jen is not here, but I expect her to be out making an effort. Good morning, Denise. And Louise. Making an effort because yesterday we laid majestically on a quilt on an old trunk in front of the fireplace all day in the lounge room. I should pop it up on Instagram. Bit of a hoot. Morning, Bridget. Kathy, good morning. Bit of a hoot, but all day. Much to our protests. Didn't budge. Good morning, Susan. Try booking site. Which is the try booking site for? Sorry?
I dropped the searching, not the actual link, and then I corrected it.
Oh, sorry.
It was there for 5 seconds.
You're too quick, Fee. Rob's changed it now. So the try booking link is now correct. It will take you straight to the Patchwork and Produce Day. Okie dokie. So, some people have asked me why we run, good morning, Barb. Good morning, Julia. Good morning, Julie. Why we run some things through Chandlers Cottage bookings and some things through try booking. And I'm going to explain really quickly. And I'm not making this up. The reason that we do is, 2 reasons. When we do the creative escapes, we run it through try booking because it is a joint business between Margaret and myself. So we run it through an independent body. It's also a fantastic way, if anything happens or we need to communicate anything, we can do it very quickly and directly to everyone that books, because try booking will very often take in, we advertise, it takes in a lot of girls perhaps, or a wider audience that aren't regular customers of ours. Does that make sense? I don't think that exists anymore for the Creative Escape, but every now and then we do get new girls that sign up when they see it advertised through Facebook, and therefore we like to have somewhere that we can get in touch with them really quickly, what to bring, which we put out a week before, or if some fatalistic apocalyptic thing happened, with a push of a button everyone gets their refund through, which we did when we had to postpone the Patchwork and Produce Day last year, for example. So that is why we run it through there. And the same will happen with Jason's High Tea, because again, that will attract a wider audience perhaps that are not necessarily Chandlers Cottage customers, but for his workshops at Healesville, and I know you're busting for me to release them. There is a reason I haven't yet. I need one more chat with Jason this week after he had 2 or 3 chats with his fabric agents, one of them we share, and also the mills. It's all about timing of release of fabrics to make sure you've got in your Kits Freeze workshop the absolute newest fabric, and also for our shop customers that are coming, that they've got samples of stuff for 2027. So it's fine detail stuff like that. Once that's done, it's out. But we will run those workshops for you through Chandlers Cottage, because I'm doing them in 4 payments for you, and I want to have contact with you through the year. So that's why we will run that. It's more personal, intimate, chat stuff. All right, that was a little bit of a lecture and a half, wasn't it? Okay, so I did a little teaser. I got to watch this because I've got my camera set up really differently today. Really differently today. They're doing that. I did a little teaser for you on the photo I put up to advertise the show. So I just want to explain what I had coming up in the show. It was just to get you in, wasn't it? It's all about getting you in and getting you up at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning, or depending on where you are in the world, keeping you awake just that little bit longer. This is what I put up, and this is Dip Dot Evolution. Now everything's tagged under show 10 today. Hang on, I gotta go back to let me just do that. Cut. Ta-da. I know the green doesn't go. I chose a universal colour when I pre-printed them all at the start of the year. We might change soon, but everything's under show 10, and the tooties are not all up yet. Rob's on it. Give him time. He's got coffee. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. Hey, this. I'm glad you can't see that. I nearly just shot off into the abyss on this new stool. Okay, that's better. Right. This is Dip Dot Evolution. It is scrummy. It is yummy. It is just diddy dotty. Have a look at it on the website. It's Jason's. It's got multiple shading through it. It's yum. This is the zip I put up, and I love it when we get a gorgeous combo, and it is hard sometimes to find one. So that's the dark red zip with the brass teeth. And that, my friends, come on, I've got to give you a closer look at this one. These are our lovely new buckles. Look at that. So they're a dark red. Let me pop it with the zip for you. See? Yum, yum. Now the other thing I've got, if I reach up behind me, I've also got little matching handles. These are small. I'll put them on the board for you to show you. But it's just so nice being able to get that little combo going together. And I suppose it's a little bit like outfitting, isn't it? We're doing it with bag furniture. If I pop these on here, these are only little. So if you've got a little itty bit left over of a precious Japanese fabric, or something left over from a shop, I don't know, from a kit or something you want to use. Thanks for Doreen, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Who else joined us while I wasn't here? Oh, Jane Bale, hello. Pauline. Pamela, good morning. Kieran, good morning. Melissa Culprit's in the building. Hello, Louise. Can you not just use the pics from... Yeah, that's like... Yeah, Melissa, we do. But you've got to actually physically move them from the Wonderful website across to the other one. And it's not that straightforward. They're all formatted differently, filed sizes. Look, don't worry, he's on it. It's happening. All right, so that's the whole combo. Now we do have a beautiful brighter red that has got, which is this one, which has got gold teeth. And I just wanted to show you this because I missed this when we had the quilt gates up the other week. Look, perfect. So these, if you put quilt gate, it's 2 words, my friends, 2 words into the search window. Quilt gate. I say it like 1 word, but it's actually 2. That will come up. Well, those beautiful ones will come up. I think there's still some fat quarter bundles left. I'm not sure. Didn't take it that far to have a look. But that's what I had up. Now the other thing I put in the photo was a skyscraper fabric. And it's not here yet. It's not a secret thing. I have to be so careful because I know secrets about new fabrics of Jason's and I forget which ones are the secrets if I'm not careful. I haven't mucked up yet, but I've come close and nearly gone, oh no one knows about that yet. But these are the ones we're working on for his events. But these are out and about, and these are sketchbooks. Now I'm just showing them to you. You can't get them yet. They're not out till later in the year, but I just wanted to show them to you because it's a good example of how to use these dip dots. There's a whole stack of them on the website. And also an example of what looks good sort of with this red. I'm not sure I'm happy with this lighting. Hang on, I'll just put that down a bit. It'll be a bit better. So I just wanted to give you a little sneaky peek of these that are coming up. And they are no secret because if you go to Jason's website, in the beginning fabrics, and go to the fabric gallery, you can see what he is happy for you to know about that's coming up. So there's comic stuff. Yes, we can all see what he's channeling. There are koalas on branches with sunglasses in this range coming. So they're just a lovely little collection. There's tools in here if we want to make a little bag or wallet or journal cover for a fella. There's sewing stuff, there's cats, there's more cats, there's owls, skyscrapers. This is the one I put up. So for you, just keep that in the back of your head, but also I just wanted to show them to you as an example that when you look at all of these beautiful, rich, dark colours in zippers and everything, I got Rob to pop up a plum as well. They're going to go really well. We've all got a little, have we all got a little bit of black and white in our stash or a grey or something? They look fantastic with those. Where am I going to put that where I don't lose it? I can hear weird noises outside, but I know what it is. It's my chickens scrapping around in the stones outside the shed, and every now and then one of them hits the wall. What on earth? Okay, so you're good with those? I might just pop these. Actually, we need to leave them up to have a look at with the fabrics. Now, what I'm going to do today is just take you through the next step on the designer tote, and then I want to have a look at how we can adapt that strippy technique into something else. Okay, I've got so much stuff. I'll put it down here. And while I'm down here, I just got to show you. You ready? I just want to show you stuff I'm working on for the Patchwork and Produce Day. Organic, locally grown oranges, all dried off into slices, ready to put in your gin. Or, as I like to say, in the bottom of an orange cupcake, our bread and butter pickles. So the bread and butter pickles, do you know where they're called that? I think it's post-World War I? II rations. Couldn't get butter. So this is one of the things that they made that was really yummy to have in bread without butter. Personally, now, butter, definitely. So I've got those on the go. Where did I get that from? Yesterday, lemon cordial, done, ready to go. So these are all made, these are beautiful organic lemons from Jeffrey's next door, because my lemon tree I have stripped for lemon butter. So we went round and he very happily let us have his lemons, which was really nice. This is our normal, I'm going to say normal tomato sauce recipe. This is actually Mark's tomato sauce recipe. So no onion in ours, very few ingredients. It's all about the process and about the tomatoes. Speaking of which, tomato jam. So you can't, I don't think you can see it, but tomato jam goes both ways. You can go sweet or you can go savoury with it. Now, if you're asking, will I mail them out? If there's any left after the Patchwork and Produce Day, I'll put them up. Apricot jam, my friends. Yum, yum, yum. So, and it's just lovely at the moment. We've got our own Granny Smith apples now on our tree down the back. So these are going to go together this week with mulberries from Margan Ross Farm down the road, and we're going to have beautiful apple and mulberry jam. And I have just finished a new recipe for a really rich tomato sauce, edging towards a barbecue one. So that is brewing away at the moment, and I'll bottle that up, and that recipe is going up on A Quilter's Life as well. I'm very proud of my red onions. It's a little big, but we'll be doing caramelized onions, and I'm doing a few things to try. So this is pickled, yes, this is a patchwork show. This is pickled radish. I made Robert cough. I'm a foodie. This is pickled radish and onions together. And if you are going to ask me, this is in a different brine, so we're going to have a lot of information about different types of pickling. So you can sweet pickle brine, or you can go less, more like a savoury brine. This is in more of a savoury brine. This has got red peppercorns in it. So this goes the other way. Now you can ask me what it's like. I have no idea yet, but we're going to try it when you're here. So this is a new recipe I'm developing, and also pickled onions and ginger as well, to go with Asian food and things. Anyway, that's what's going on. We will also have a heap of beautifully, I say beautiful, delicious locally grown tomatoes available. We're going to get cherry ones and these beautiful big ones if you want to have a go at your own preserving. There'll be recipes and things to take home on the day as well. Drying fresh bay leaves, so you can take those home to use. There's heaps of stuff going on. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked. Right, let's start with the designer tote. Now, no power means no computers, no lights, no sewing machines. So there was a little bit of a start and finish this week. But we started last week, if you remember, on this, which is our designer tote. And we're redoing it in Jason's Vivid with a whole heap of gorgeous interwovens. Actually, Rob, I know you're busy, but when you're finished, can you put up there's interwoven fabric strip rolls. If anyone's got some really cool bright stuff of Jason's, you just grab a roll, because you get all of his beautiful interwoven bright colours in 2.5 inch strips. It's probably a good thing worth mentioning. Anyway, so this is what we're on. The closer look at the bag. There you go there. So the kit gives you enough to make the whole bag, the buckle, the zipper to make the little purses. There's enough fabric for all those 3 things in there. You do need to add your batting, and if you want a hand with that, please don't hesitate to email me, and we can certainly pop that in your top up your order for you. I've got about 4 kits left at the moment. I'm not sure if we can do any more. I'm going to have a look after the show. It's all related to that gorgeous Vivid fabric that we've got in there. So last time I just gave you a little demo start on the strip piecing, and I want to do this before we talk about this. So if you have a look here, this is what I have done with those bright interwoven strips. Now, you need 2 each of these, so you would actually repeat this across the bolt. But because last night I was so tired, I said to her, I've still got to I've got to do some stuff for the morning, and I don't trust myself operating a sewing machine. I don't know I've ever said that before. I was being too tired to operate one. But anyway, I decided to do it this morning. So instead of doing the repeat, so the whole 14 strips, I did 7. I'm going to be cheeky and actually cut 2 and join them together to make the 14 across. Did you get it? I know you'll get it. I'm sure you will. So in your instructions, it tells you how to cut, to piece all of your strips together, and then it tells you what to cut them down into. So you cut down 2 of them once it's complete for the bag, one for the pocket on the front and one for the pocket on the back. But I'm going to do this morning. Still dangerous at this time in the morning with half a cup of coffee, but I think I'll be good. I'm going to cut 2 of these. And you can put these strips together in any order that you like. So that will make up my other bit. Okay. That'll make up my other pocket, and then I've got my whole other set to finish off. I hope I'm not confusing you by cheating, but anyway. Now, if you have a look at this, when you go to arrange them, you can do any order that you like. I tend to go looking for ones that are similar in their value, and then I will split them up. So an example here is my two pinks. Let me bring them over here so you can see them just a little bit brighter. So my two pinks here, I've split them up. I've split up the yellowy green and the yellow, and I've split up the blue and the teal because they sort of come from similar parts of the colour wheel, and then I've popped the purple right in the middle. So you can do them in any order that you want, but that's sort of what I thought was a good way to get a balance across. Some people may not like to have yellow out on the edge. I think it's perfectly fine. Now this pile is the rest that I grabbed. It was all neat on the ironing board, and then I kind of just picked it up, and by the time it got to the shed it was looking very average. I'm just going to cut a 9.5 inch strip here so that I can join these together. And then if you missed last Sunday's show, well, it is up on YouTube now under the Sunday morning shows. You can have a look on our YouTube channel, but otherwise it'll still be there at the moment. You can scroll down and find it. So just going to wedge my little pin tuck in there. Some of my pin tucks, my friends, are a little bit dodgy. I realised when I got to the ironing board, so I will confess I'll have to redo a couple of them. But that was just my haste this morning. Alright. And then we'll pop to the machine. Look at that close-up shot from the back. Robbie, can you see that? He always says I need a better sewing machine shot. Look at that. Whew. Oh, you're in a delay.
That's better. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. I just wanted to say too, my number 20 foot, down you go mate, was sitting on the top of the machine. It is sitting here because I am blind hemming stitching the binding on my kaleidoscope quilt onto the front of the quilt. So if you are waiting for your kaleidoscope kit, we do run to the wire on a lot of things, and some things we're ready months out. But because Cass was on holidays with the kids in January and we scheduled in the kaleidoscope, we are just a couple of days behind because she lost power too. And then when her stuff refires up, she lives way more out in the sticks than me, so she has we're not even in the sticks, are we? If you've been, we're not. It just takes her a bit longer to catch up. And while I like to forget she has other customers, if we're all in a queue, I have to wait. Anyway, we'll be right this week. The kits are all done. The pattern's done. It's just waiting on the cover, which is me. Okay, there we go. So all done. So that's together. So we'll just finish that off. And then we have got our whole shebang. So that is going to be the front. Now I'll just need to iron that guy over a little bit like that. There we go. Just finger pressing for now. So if you go back and have a look, if you and I go back and have a look at this. Oh, I just pushed the fade button. Oh my goodness. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to do that. If you have a look at that, can you see? You can see the repeat now in the strips. So there's a dark red over on the far left hand side, and then you can see it gets to a blue in the middle where the buckle is, and then it goes right across the other side and it finishes with the blue. So you have a pocket like that on the front. Then you have think you can see it in here. We got our new switcher, and as soon as it's ready, how many stills can I have, Rob? 2 at a time?
Well, you can swap between 2 easily.
Oh! And we went and got it because we're having trouble with this one, and now this one's behaving perfectly. So this is going into the kitchen. It's going to be the kitchen studio switcher. So there you go. So can you just zoom in a little, folks? You can see the back. There's the back pocket there, okay? So you have one on the front and one on the back. And you can also see a little bit of detail here with the butterfly. So what I did when I made it with Under the Australian Sun, there's a pocket on the side. I'm going to do something else there. So, but you can just have a plain pocket or put a strip through it, whatever you want to do on the side. Okay, so that's that. Now, you can still get a kit. Oh, we've got patterns too. Of course, we've got patterns. If you want to grab a pattern. So, if we think about all of that, and that mess, that just looks like strips ready to tie up the tomato bushes, but it's not. In terms of these, we can still do it. And Rob, I'm sorry, I missed a couple of things. Can I tell you some numbers, please? J39.
Sorry, J.
J39.
Yep.
J1.
Yep.
And J. Wow, I can't see. Wait, I can do it. J5. Get my shadow place. Go with them. So this is Falling Leaves from Jason, and we struggle with his beautiful fall collections because he releases them in time for the fall, doesn't he? Which is our spring. So sometimes it doesn't quite work. Barb says, I played with pin tucks last week and mine was wonky, so I think I need to practice. Right, Barb, tips, pin or clip as you go, and also have a look at your foot pressure. Have a look at your foot pressure, because if you can change it, if you're on like a my Janome way back, you open this up and you could adjust the pressure of the foot as it comes down on your fabric. If you've got one of the newer bananas like this one, you can do it digitally. But have a look at that, or maybe have a look at using your walking foot, because sometimes, remember I said you've got all those layers, you've got 4 layers there, so you might need to do that. Or get yourself a little magnetic guide to get your 1/4 inch. Talk to your dealer about one of those too, because there's lots of things that you can do. Or, Barb, have strong coffee. Don't do it at 10 o'clock at night. That would be or 6 o'clock in the morning. That would be my best suggestion. Unlike Emma, who starts sewing at 9 at night. Right. As always with Jason's collections, we get one of these beautiful big 10-inch high 4 across repeat borders. They're just stunning. So that was our inspiration when we were talking about doing something different, if you remember. You could also fussy cut this that way or the other way to go on the flap on your designer tote also, but they're just beautiful. So the first thing I did when I went and put these up, I thought if you wanted to have a go at doing something like the designer tote with strips, with or without the pin tuck, it'd be nice just to be able to pick up a pack. So I've put one together, and I'll do these as long as I can. I have put, there's 1 or 2 in here that we don't have available by the meter. One is from Autumn Reflections, or another range that he did previously. So they won't go on forever, or I'll replace it because there's lots of different ones. So this is the pack. So you've got 8 4-inch strips. Now that's going to be ample, and we know we only need 7 for the designer tote, but I've put an extra one in, and there was a little bit of a plan with that as well. So that's that. Now I'm going to get down this. Right, that was rigged. I've made life very complicated because I was waiting for the delayed reaction. I century. Oh my goodness. I've made the magnetic buckles. Very, don't you dare tell anyone. Tell my mother I said that, Robert. Can you imagine the look on Pam's face? Okay. I made the buckles complicated because you can buy them in a pair that come with the free pattern to make the bag, or you can buy them singly. And then I went, but that means I have to redo. So today, anyone that orders the buckles, you just if you order 1, 5, 2, whatever, we're just going to include the pattern for you. We're going to pop the pattern in with your order if you order the buckles, okay? So here's the bag. Now, think strips. Let's go, just let me grab these think strips. That's pretty cool. And then if we had it on the back as well, it would work there. The problem is this particular pack with the 7 would not be quite wide enough. 2 options. You wouldn't, if you had 7 fabrics you wanted to use, you might just need to make your pin tucks wider. Now we cut Jason's, the ones in the kit, down to 1.5. So in that respect, if you just left them at 2, you'd have plenty to go across. But you can see what I mean. We could do that whole back pocket in this. It would be so cute. And then a black up the top and the same on this side. So that's why I popped in for you 8 in this little pack. Because if you wanted to run all of these beautiful colours on a lovely strippy designer tote, or onto this one that will come with your buckles, you could. And they're just yum. So I'm going to sit that there. Excuse me. The other thing too is, when you get all your combos together, if you find that it just comes to 16.5, which that actually would if you did that. Anyway, it just comes to 16.5, it just comes to 17.5, and it doesn't fit into the width of your free pattern, which is 15.5, just change the width of the bag. I'm not saying go all the way out here, but if it's just an inch or so, every time you see it says 15.5 wide for anything in the bag, just change it to your new width, which will be 16.5 or 17. If you want to custom make it to fit a laptop or your rulers or whatever you want to pop in it. Actually, this would be great to pop like 16.5 inch. What are the other ones we get? 14.5? Be a great one to store your rulers in. So, and then you could put the little ones in the back, or extra stuff here in the back. So just adjust it. Just go out a little bit. You can just change it. When I'm saying just, if you do, when you cut your piece that goes right round, cut it generously for me and just work backwards with this, okay? Because you will need to make this just a little bit longer. But there's no reason why you can't mess with it. Similarly, if you wanted to make it narrower, you can. So you're going to make it narrower, going to bring it in a little bit, that would be gorgeous. But you could also take it up a bit so something can go a long ways down in. And if you do that as well, just watch your gusset side. You know it's in the handbag design book, but I always say cut a bit that is just generously long enough to go around whatever you're doing and trim it off at the top when you're finished. I've put a taper on this one so it's a bit wider at the bottom, but you don't have to. You can just leave it as one width right round, then you can fit a little bit more in if you want to. Anyway, it's a really good basic bag pattern to have, to adjust and tweak to whatever you want to work with. So I'm going to sit that there. While Rob's, how you going, Robbie? You going good? 50% up? 20%, 30, what?
30.
30% up. Alright, I'm going to show colour 6. Is that alright?
They pink ends.
Yeah, they're hot pink.
You throw one over to these.
Tutti, not fruity. They're hot pink ends. Okay, I'm going to go over here and just show you this because This is a really good example of a match-up. Can you see that colour? It doesn't look at that. That's colour 6 in 2D. That is just the best match. So, as I said, they're going up and they will all be set up. We'll never run out of stock. So I'm going to explain to you what happens when we set up something on the website. If there is a finite amount that we have, when it gets to 0, it'll say sold out. If it's something I can get all the time within a couple of days, we can actually tell it to start to keep taking orders, even if we don't have any stock here, and then we ring speed dial. Wonderful. I put it on a Learjet and it's here in 2 days, also known as Australia Post Express. So I'll leave that there. Okay, what do you want to know about these? They're really yummy. Let's look at this one. This to me is it's saying to me, it's a studio bag. It's a medium size. It's saying I'm a studio bag, or I'm a lovely scrappy quilt. What are you looking at me like that for?
Pictures show the 1,000-metre roll. That's
Why?
all.
Okay. So the picture, shows the fatter one. They don't put the thinner one up. They don't. Love them to bits. I'll speak to Andrew. So when you see the picture, it'll look fatter, but it's actually good because you can see more of the colour of the thread detail. In the olden days, we used to in where were we? Key Street, Beaumont. In the olden days, there used to be time when we used to have signature threads. Remember, Emma and I used to sit and stitch out all the different threads onto black so that people could see them in the shop. I'm not kidding, we did.
Okay.
Hey, Deb Nilsson, I should get her to do a square foot of every single one, a big bit of black, and then I'll cut it up. She'd kill me if I made her change threads that many times.
Like a trooper.
There you go. That's that beautiful colour. I'm not sure about that camera. I'm going to move it down here again. There you go. Look at it. And when you look at that as well, this is where I can start to say, that's where those little handles really bring up all of the colour. It's really yummy together. I'm going to leave that one down because I want to show you a couple more. I'm going to trash my stand. How stunning is that? We've had this before. I got more in. It all goes. And if you wonder if it all goes, just ask me and I'll tell you what goes with what. Bright, beautiful, bright, dark red with just the gold. Lovely. All goes beautifully together. So I'm going to put that one back. And if you are going to run the pin tucks with the autumn pack, something like this is going to work really well. So I've got 3 colours out. This is, I should know this off by heart. This is J39. So that's a dark shadow play. Then you can go a little darker. This is, if you're going to run it, I can always help you out. The one that's the brown that's in the border, it's almost a brown black, and that's what this one is. So this one is J1, of course it is. So I don't know if you can see, you can see the difference, can't you? This one is darker. And it's got, when it goes into the shading in it, it goes deeper into sort of more of a black that's in there. And then you can also run this one, which is a very popular one for us. This is J5. This is a black with just a touch of blue-grey through it. And that works with a lot of them as well. So there's a few different ones that you can have a really good play with to see what works. I'm going to leave that one out. We're going to put this one back. I have no idea where they all came from now, but that's all right. This is another one here too. I'll set it on the dark one. So you can see how really vibrant these fabrics are. They're just really yum, and so warm also. That's another, and then I'll lay that pack down there as well, so you can see. I really like that one. That one's really good. And with that, we have a beautiful mustard zip. Oh wait, I missed something. Who's late to the party? Someone said they're late to the party. Morning, Catherine. I haven't seen Meg yet. And you may not, because they got absolutely hit again in Oyam with rain last night. And I was getting, may I say, magnificent brag shots of the sandbagging job that they had done around the Roxy Theatre, which is a major feature, a major landmark feature in Oyam. It's one of those old plantation ones, and Megan has a lot to do with the preservation and the running of the Roxy. So there was sandbagging. Look at that mustard zip with the antique colour. We have it in the gold as well, but I love this brass antique colour zip. And there's our lovely rust buckle. We've also got brown ones, so if you want to get a real contrast going on. How wide? The pin tucks cut, please. These, well, you can cut them anything, Jill, but mine are cut at 1.5. So they end up one finished. Look at the brown with it. And that's what I've got on the bag. So if you have a look there. And that's also that same shadow play there. So you can see them. No, you can't. Now you can. Sitting on there. I'm just leaving you there because I want to show you this border print. I can't help coming back to this print. That just, it's like a little mini diamond log cabin. I almost want to replicate it in real piecing. That's got the same toning in there. Now look what this man's done. Can you see behind here? Let's bring that up a bit closer so you can see, and put that down like that. Can you see there, if I put it on an angle, the diamonds that are in the other print are behind the vine. Alright, so see that? And then that's the diamond print. So needless to say, they will go very nicely together. The one I'm destroying the stand to get to, one of them, is this one. And this just goes into a slightly different colour palette. So here we've got beautiful plums coming through as well. And so, oh, that's really yummy. I think Mum would like that one. Here's the plum zip. Look at that together. How beautiful is that? So it's just going to give you the contrast. It's going to pick up all these lovely plum colours that are in there also. So that's really, really nice. There is a smaller print that's got that same little touch in it. So if you want to go smaller, you can too. But they're, as with all of Jason's prints, I always like to recommend that you have a really good look at them on the website up close, and also you can go to his website and have a look at all of his collections also. And it is, there's just so much of it now. It's being really prolific and organised. The fact that we can work out what's going to be available in 2027 and this week work out what we'll have available for our very, very special shop owners that are coming to a special day with him as well is quite amazing that we can work it out now. I just have to say, before anyone asks again, back in stock, the brass Highland zip pulls are back. So if you look, Yum, yum. They'll go together really nicely. So you can always look, and if there's something, we're sort of, because we've been with Jason for just over a year. Now it's actually longer than that. The decision was made a year and a half ago, but because everything takes, it's a long process to design fabric and then get it printed and then get all the sample cards and then send them out with all of his sales team in America, and we send it out with our sales team here, and then he's got ones in Canada as well, and there's a distributor in Europe. Yeah, by the time all of that happens and the second print run, it wasn't until, I've probably got a date. First one we got in was Daydreams, I think. That didn't happen until the March, so we're only up to a year now. But we are at the point, if there's anything that you would like, that you think, oh, Leesa doesn't have it and I haven't seen it for a while, you can always ask us, because we'll be able to tell you which shops in Australia have purchased it from us or the previous distributor, and we can tell you where to find it. And to that end, if you're coming to my workshop at So Bright Quilting in Bright with Angela, I will have some of this with me as well, just so you know, if there's any left. But it's bright in autumn. How could you not have autumn prints with me in the car? So I'll have them there. I'm just going to pop, I'm getting organised to just pop this beautiful border stripe down, because as well as looking at doing a strippy front flap and back pocket for our bag, we could take it one step further and we could actually have the strippy happening here and we could have the border print up here, or vice versa. So let's just see how well we can make this work. So if Jason's panels are yum yum, do you know, I'm just bear with me, I'm just going to, oh, you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking my sewing machine down because we really want this space. I do remember when we were back in the burbs, I used to have a little stool or a little table underneath, didn't I? That I used to pop the machine up and down. Maybe we need to go back to doing that. I think that might be a go. There we go. Oh, much better. Move that over there. That. Okay. Lovely. So let's just have a look. So this one is, it is 15.5 wide. Oh, so it easily fits into half a metre. No problems. So if I take half a metre off here for me, I'm leaving plenty for everyone else, don't worry. It's all good. 24, 24. I didn't turn my board around, did I? Oh, there's even, oh, along the top, there's gorgeous shading and little shadowed autumn leaves as well. Okay. So, I don't know if I want to cut it down that far. So what can I do with this again? I can go out to at least, what did I say? So 1.5, I've got 8, so I can go to 16. If I do it, if I make this up the same as the designer tote, I'm actually going out to 16.5. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut this. And then before I cut, I'd really like that branch there to be kind of in the middle. So 16 is going to be my finished size. So I sort of want that about there, so that that's sitting in the middle. Now if I decide to, for want of a better word, hang my leaves down as opposed to the other way round, then that's also good, because when I come through and sit my buckles, I want 2 brown ones, but when I sit my buckles, they're going to sit sort of there and there. Or, well, let's audition both. So then the pattern on the leaves is not going to be in the way of the buckles, and we're going to get good contrast. If you decide to go the other way and have yours facing up, we'll have a look again, you're going to get that sort of effect. Now, if we decide to do that and have all these gorgeous fabrics underneath, you can either have your buckle blend in with what you've got, or you can go for the full-on contrast. And for me, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to go full-on contrast. Oh, I don't know. That's not very helpful, is it? Oh, okay, and then my pin tucks I'm going to do with this. So there's going to be little, no, I'm going to go brown, because that's the smallest amount of colour that is in here. And so to get a really good contrast and pull the branch colours out, I'm going to use these, and then they're going to sit really nice with this brown black as well. And this brown black is J1. Okay, glad we had this meeting, thank you. Carlene, hello. Oh, I've just seen you're here. Good morning, Lorraine. Karen Kelber, hello. Oh, we're due for a chat, one of those marathon chats you and I have. All right, so I'm going to sit that about there. 8 is the middle here, but if you remember, I need 16.5, so I've got to go 8 1/4 that way and 8 1/4 this way. So I might do that first. I'll go from 8 to 16 1/4 here, which will give me my 8 1/4. Now remembering, I've also got essentially 4 panels here, because we've got 4 repeats across this bolt. So let's go down and slide, because it really should have had an iron. Always when you get that first bit, if you ever get a crumpled bit from us, and we haven't had time to hit it with an iron, just feel lucky. You're getting the first bit off the bolt, or you're getting
The very last.
even better, the last bit off the bolt. Did you like that, Rob? Just oh, I have to tell you, and I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're not here. Biffy used to work at our Biffy Dewhurst. I'm going to take you back if you're a local. Lavender Cottage, embroidery and wool in Hyatt. And then Biff and I always had our shops open on the same days, so people could visit both. And we had young kids, and we never got to see each other. But then when she closed her shop, Biff came and worked for me for a while. And a lady one day actually asked for a discount because there were creases in the fabric. And Biff said, no, I'm sorry. No, it's all good. She said, we don't charge extra for the creases. And I just never, she always used to drop these one-liners with a giggle. The lady wanted a discount for the, it's cotton fabric. I did laugh. But you always feel very, very special. Yes, Robert, you're standing there with that look, with the hands behind your back.
I have. Well, I've got 16 up.
Great.
How many are there?
I don't know. I just said I want all of them. 41. See the darker one? There's 41. Literally from number 1 to 41. The other ones on the stand are fruities, and fruities are the 12 weight, and we will get to them next week.
Well, we'd be missing some.
Oh no, they're not all even up in draft.
There are 16.
This is where I say, for fear of missing out, a bit of a FOMO on anything else, just order, come back for your tooties. I'll put a post up. Please don't worry, you're not going to miss out. We will combine orders until midnight tomorrow night. How's that? Does that solve all of your stress, Rob?
Yes, they're still got to go up.
They do. They do. But, you know, everyone's got a busy day. We're all good. All right, here we go. We're going to cut it. All right, so this is where you also have to decide if you're putting your stroopy down here, you might want more of it to show. So you might want to have a shorter flap, or you might want to have a longer one, and you're not going to bother with anything special down here. I think you do get a... Ooh, jeepers. I think I would probably put a shorter pocket on the back so I see more of... I don't know. Let's have a look. I could also have this peeping up here and have my strips here. But these are all fun things for you to have a play with. And as I said, it's really easy to change them around. If I cut this, let's do Jason's, what I call the Jason cut first. I'm going to cut just a 1/4 of an inch over the dark line at the bottom, so that the 1/4 inch seam will take in a little bit of the background from the next one. How can I lose? Got it. On a small table, my electric color. There we go. Let's audition. So if this is going to be our top flap here, oh. Now don't worry, it goes around the corner, remember? Goes around the corner, over the top, because the flap comes over from the back, and then this kicks up. I tell you, it's, oh, look, instant with that, hide the strap, instant with that colour, look, oi. That alone is a very, very nice looking bag. Just with the plain. Oh, I was a bit excited about that. What? No, what? What'd you say, Catherine? Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that is so funny. Yes. And it's not even a Yeti. Do we have, this is one of mine, so it's even worse because it's wider at the top. Now, you've mozzed me now, Kath. What have you got? Rob does. He takes the risk all the time.
No, I've got a screw-on thing with a...
Not at the moment you don't. You're sitting there with an open glass one next to the laptop. Yeah. Alright, so that's going to sit like that. And then we're going to have that underneath. And we're going to have little dark chocolate pin tucks. Yeah, I'm on. I'm going to put the chocolate on the edges. Alright, and then on the back, if we do the same, we could go on the back with it facing up. So we could do that. And then we would take off this little bit down here at the bottom. So if I come back and cut this to the same as the pattern, heaven forbid, that's 9.5 to there. I'm going to take a little bit more off, all right, down here, because I really, the priority to me is to have probably 1/2 inch or even a 1/4 inch showing of these little branches here. So I'm going to drag back my ruler and cut, so I'm leaving about 3/4 of an inch there. She says. Okay, so we'll chop there. If you love collecting if you love collecting selvages, you are going to love collecting Jasons. It's only a little thing, but this one's got autumn leaves on it. They all have something gorgeous on it. So they've all got a yummy thing. Because he's got more flexibility because he digitally prints. You get away with more. Okay, I'm going to take this bit off here at the top. And then I'm going to have one that's exactly the same height as the pattern. I'm going a little bit wider, but that's my height. Okay, so that's going to come down like that.
Thanks, Pam.
That's going to go there, and then on the front, and then on the back. It'll go like that. And we're going to get that out of the half a metre. I would suggest I would go the ½ metre because then you can use the other bits for your inside pockets if you want to as well. Or you might just like to use it for the back of the flap as well, so that when you open it up you're going to get this beautiful colour here too. And remember, when you open your bag, if you decide to do the strippy concept rather than the plain, then when you open up your bag, you're going to get a full, everyone's going to get hit in the face with a full panel of those beautiful pin tuck stripes inside. There's the little snappy on bits from the magnetic snaps. So they actually get sewn onto the front of the bag. There you go. Oh, I tell you, that's good. Shall we just... Robbie, is there any other ones that go? You found any other ones? Oh, that one goes. He's going, why are you asking me?
Which number?
Number 34. Number 34, let's do the bingo thing.
Bingo.
Bingo. Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's... Cheapers.
Snap.
Oh, that's... Can you see that? Hey, hey, that's got a little bit of mauve in it. I'm having this one, excuse me. Is this the one we worked with last time, guys? I think it was. This is one of the ones we did. Oh, it's got mauve in it. How do I show this to you up close? You have to have a look. You have to look at this. This is, please, please do. I sound very bossy now, telly-sally, but that's 34. Can you see? It's got the mauve in it. I'm sure that's one of the ones we did the other day. Where's the... Give me... I can have this back. Quick. Oh. Oh, that is just... That is yum. Yummy, yummy. Alright, Leesa, stop playing with the fabric. Put it back up there. Okay. Let me just hang this over that before we finish, because that's just lovely. There's some little geometric designs as well. There's a gorgeous little circle that's got a bit of pop. This, Ange, sorry, speaking shop owner here. I'm thinking of getting some more of this because I think we could use this as a background with dip dot. So that first one I showed you with the burgundy, I can find it in my pile now. I can't. Maybe I put it down the other way. It is. It is. So you've got your little dip dot, and I'm thinking we could use it with this, do something really dramatic and amazing with using this with it and this over the top. But little geometric designs like that are really nice to work with too. And there is a stripe. So there's the stripe. So binding, absolutely, sashing, ruching, all that stuff. But it's geometric and the stripe together. So it's super, super lovely. Now my pick out of all of them for a lining is probably going to be, oh, not that one. I was going to say that one, but that's not it. Hang on, I have to trash the stand again. That one I just showed you is one that's only in the strips because I haven't got much left. This, if you love a light lining, this is beautiful. It's got a little dotty leaf pattern all over it, and it goes with all of the fabrics. So there you go. Probably one thing that you might need from me is an idea of requirements if you want to have a play with this satchel bag. So if you're going to grab a couple of buckles and you know the pattern's coming but you don't know much fabric in it, that would help, wouldn't it? here we go. A pair of sew-on snaps. Funny that. So it says 1.1 meters of feature fabric. One's plenty. Oh, it sounds like a lot, so if you've got a stash, work with it. So your feature fabric, it's because I've used it here, both the pockets on the inside and the strap, and on here as well. So you don't need that much if you're happy to use something else on the back of your flap in your pocket and something else for the lining. I'd be inclined to just put a whole menagerie of beautiful autumn prints or complementary prints on the lining of things. But we kept it really simple. So because we sell these to other stores as well, we kept it really simple so that they could just kit it up with two fabrics if they wanted to. But you can mix and match and put them wherever you like. Plain fabric, 80 centimeters. Again, you could use others for the lining. So the actual, that allows for the lining as well as the front and the back. And of course, if you're going to do the strippy thing, you probably only need 1/2 meter to do the lining of the bag. You also might want to use it for the strap. Then you're down to 40 centimeters of adhesive single-sided rubber foam batting. We sell that in 1/2 meter increments if you don't have any. That's going to give you the perky bag. If you don't mind if it kind of sags and kind of flops down like we do into a chair at about 8 o'clock at night, then you'll be fine to use any batting that you want to. You'll note in here as well, this is super perky today because we fold up a piece of template plastic and put it inside so that it sits up nicely for photos and things. So, but if you're going to be putting your rulers or something in here, or a laptop, you know, you kind of, I'm going to say, you'll keep the structure of the bag looking really nice if you use any batting, because whatever you're putting in there is going to keep it shape. But having that rubber foam in there, if you're going to put something techy in there, is actually really nice to help protect your device. Maybe even a little bit more in the bottom if you wanted to, just to keep everything safe. You might be sensible with it, but you also might be making it for a younger person that tends to throw things onto beds, and I won't go any further. It's a flashback.
You don't?
No, I don't. Throw. Oh yeah, remember that time I dropped, my laptop dropped, I'm not kidding, 1 inch, and the screen went. But it came back a week later. It was weird. And 25 centimeters of a thin batting. Now that is to go into your flap, and that's going to go into your back pocket. Okay, I haven't made these super perky with my rubber foam batting. However, when you buy 1/2 meter rubber foam batting, it's pricey, but it is 54 inches wide. So you would get enough. The only thing about adding it into this as well, just be confident that your machine is happy going through 2 layers of rubber foam batting and your fabric as well. Okay, with your walking foot on, please. Oh, very bossy now, towards the end of the morning. Okay, so I shall, is that Fiona? Are you laughing at me?
Yeah, only now.
Please remind me, everyone, at any time in the future, I need a heap of stuff being put up, that I do it before the show so Rob can't sit here and give me grief. The whole time. You're very grounding, Rob. Who did I miss? Good morning, Thelma. I can see that you've joined us this morning. Lynn Little is here as well. Oh, Denise, good morning. Debbie's here. Oh, you lovely lot. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining me. We've gone long this morning. You know why? Because the internet didn't play up. No, that was fun. Thank you very much. I'm really thrilled you could join me this morning, and that it all went well. If you've got any questions at all about what we've talked about today, Patchwork and Produce Day, which is on trybooking.com. Rob's popped the link in for you. Just let me know, and we will get a lot of stuff out in a newsletter for you early this week also. Creative Escape News, yes, we are sold out. If you would like to go on a waiting list, please email me at info@chandlerscottage.com, and we will do that for you. Tickets for the next one go on sale on the 18th of April, which I posted up on the Creative Escape page. All of that coming up. And if you're thinking, I'm not doing the Oriental one, what's the one after? It's Dutch. Named Dutch for the one after that. So lots coming up. And then foremost and most important, if Rob and I sat back with a glass of something, not water, on the veranda and sat down and thought, what is the most emotionally important event of the year? What is it? And he's looking at me blankly. No, it's not Jason. It's not a Creative Escape. What is it? He's still looking at me. It is the Goodbye under the Australian Sun exhibition. He's got duh, which is in October. You all know that. So we'll get a little calendar out, but I just wanted to mention that because if you've got something, give it a brush off, give it a wash, give it a little bit of a lint roller, or perhaps finish it, because that's coming up in October as well. So lots of fun things to look forward to this year. All right, most importantly, the first one, 2 weeks today. I'm really looking forward to having you all come to visit, and we'll have a bit of fun and do some preserving together and some sewing together. It will be good fun. All right. Now, thank you very much again for your time this morning, and we look forward to seeing you on Wednesday evening. All going well with the weather, but I have absolute plans to be here Wednesday night and know what we're going to be doing, so that'll be good fun, I'm sure. So thanks again. Have a great day. Have a super week, won't you? And I look forward to seeing you next time. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks.